Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today in this lesson. My name is Sarah Geiger and I'm a junior from the NC State Department of Nutrition Science. I see everyone has already filled in their name tags. I appreciate you for already participating so well, makes my job a lot easier. For our class today, we will be looking at the ways in which we can maximize our vitamin intake through the foods we eat and how these specific vitamins benefit our body overall. On our agenda today, we have the welcome, which is the segment right here. We have an icebreaker up next, and then we will do our nutrition lesson for our last segment of the day. By the end of today, I hope everyone is confident about getting more vitamins in their diet, and I will also be passing around a handout at the end, just to be sure. It can be really convenient to take a store-bought supplement or vitamin, but we want to do our best to get our vitamins from the foods we eat in our diet. Not only is this ultimately cheaper, but since food is a natural source of vitamins, it's therefore the best source of it. At any point today, if you have a question about anything I'm saying, please just raise your hand and I'll do my best to answer. Now that we've covered what we're talking about today, let's do an icebreaker so we can get to know each other a little better. One way I like to get to know people is to ask about their favorite recipe that they like to cook or their favorite food in general, because I know not everyone likes to cook. And please say your name when you answer. For me and my family, food has always been how we come together and show our love for one another. And I know that a lot of others share similar experiences, but even if you don't, I think in general, a lot of people have a favorite food, so that's why I chose this icebreaker today. I'll go first. Again, my name is Sarah, and my favorite recipe to cook is a vegetable stew because I find them super filling, and you can add canned ingredients, which is nice for me because I don't always have to go to the grocery store, and I usually have those in my pantry. Does the table on the right want to start? Okay, awesome. Your name is Marilyn, and you like to cook lasagna with meat sauce? Awesome. Okay, next. Your name is Jordan, and when you and your family cook together, you make grilled vegetables with chimichurri? That sounds so good. I need to do that sometime. Thank you for that inspiration. Next. Your name is Robert, and you like to use the crock pot to make pulled chicken? I love the crock pot too. It's like, when I make stews or also like slow cooked meats, definitely a great addition to anything. It's so cool to hear everyone's responses and how all our taste buds are different. And I'm really excited to teach everyone today. Does the table on the left want to go now? Okay, thanks for starting us off, Tess. And you're going to share your favorite food, and that's mashed potatoes and gravy. Yes, so delicious. Next up, Ellen, you like to make tuna salad with hard-boiled eggs. Oh, that's a good addition. Extra protein there too. I've seen hard-boiled eggs and potato salad, but not tuna salad. I'll have to try that. Okay, last, certainly not least, we have Joe, and you like to bake banana bread. Yeah, I think I'm definitely a bigger baker than I am a cook. So I'm with you there. So, all right. So once again, that was awesome. Thank you everyone for sharing. We obviously have a great group today. I hope you're all as excited as I am to get learning about vitamins in our diet. So next on our agenda, we're going to start the nutrition lesson. So I'm going to pull up the visual I have for you, and everyone just sit tight for a few minutes and we'll get started. Before we talk about vitamins in our foods, let's first do a review. What exactly is a vitamin? A vitamin is a nutrient that we need in small amounts that is essential to proper growth, function, and overall health. As I mentioned before, oftentimes when we think of vitamins, we think of a few big bottles of supplements we have to take every morning or with our food. It is important to remember you should follow a doctor if they recommend such a vitamin supplement for your life. However, today we are simply focusing on how you can boost your vitamin intake through foods. For sake of clarity, we will be separating each vitamin on its own slide to learn about its function and foods that source it. Before we begin with the rest of our lesson, who here has ever been deficient in a vitamin? Okay, I see a lot of other raised hands around the room. This is why I wanted to discuss this topic today. It can be easy to forget that nutrition is the root of our health. First up is vitamin A. Vitamin A helps the function of our immune system, vision, and our heart, kidneys, lungs, and other organs. Foods that include this vitamin are beef, eggs, shrimp, fish, milk, sweet potatoes, carrots, pumpkins, spinach, and mangoes. Vitamin B6 is one of the 8 vitamin B types out there. Not all are as vital for daily function as others. For example, B7 is biotin, which strengthens hair, skin, and nails. The Bs can be found in most food groups and should not be worried about hitting each one individually since they can be found in most of the food groups. This is why people often take B complex supplements. Today, I will be covering a few types that are most crucial. So vitamin B6 supports central nervous system health. It can be found in meat, fish, poultry, legumes, tofu, and other soy products, and bananas. Vitamin B9 is known as folate. This vitamin develops red blood cells. Folate is especially important for pregnant women because it supports fetal health. You can find folate in fortified grains and cereals, asparagus, spinach, broccoli, legumes, and orange juice. The last B we will be talking about today is B12. Vitamin B maintains nerve and blood cell health, as well as helps to make DNA. A deficiency in B12 can cause worrisome neurological symptoms, such as memory loss and numbness. This vitamin can be found in meat, poultry, fish, milk, cheese, soy milk, and cereals. As you may be noticing by now, there's a lot of overlap between the food groups for the vitamin Bs. For example, meat, fish, poultry, legumes, and soy products. From our icebreaker, we each shared a food or a recipe. So we just learned about 4 vitamins. Does anyone want to try and name some of the vitamins that we just learned that are in the food or recipe they named? I'll go back through the slides if anyone needs a refresher, just let me know. For me, I said vegetable stew. So if I put a legume like a chickpea, black bean, cannellini bean, any type of legume, if I put that in my vegetable stew, that would be an example of a food with B6 or B9. So that is the question we're looking to answer right now. Does anyone want to take a crack at it? Okay, Ellen, thank you. In your tuna salad, there's hard-boiled eggs. That would be A, B6, and B12. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ellen. So, as you can see there, fish and eggs tend to have a lot of vitamins and minerals. Anyone else want to go? Marilyn? You said lasagna with meat sauce, so that also is A, B6, and B12, like Ellen's was. Ding, ding, ding. Great job. Everyone's doing awesome with learning these first 4 vitamins. Thank you guys so much for participating in that game I just threw at you. Let's keep learning the rest of our vitamins. Vitamin C is sometimes called ascorbic acid. This vitamin is especially important for growth as it fixes bodily tissues. I'm sure some of you know that this is in an orange, but you can also find vitamin C in citrus fruit, potatoes, broccoli, bell peppers, spinach, strawberries, tomatoes, and Brussels sprouts. Vitamin D is our vitamin that mainly comes from the sun. However, you can still get vitamin D through your diet. Our bones grow strong from vitamin D because it helps us absorb calcium. You can get this vitamin from fortified milk and cereals and fatty fish. Next slide, we have vitamin E. Vitamin E is actually an antioxidant that helps prevent damage and aging of the cells. Just a refresher, an antioxidant is a substance that protects us from free radicals in the body. A free radical is an unstable molecule that causes damage to our cells. They can be found in pollutants, foods, medicines, and general environmental risk factors. Now that we know what vitamin E does, well, where can we get it? We can increase our vitamin E intake through vegetable oils, leafy green vegetables, whole grains, and nuts. The last vitamin of our lesson, but not the last by far, is vitamin K. Vitamin K serves as a superhero in our blood by regulating blood to avoid clots and aids in bone metabolism. This vitamin can be found in cabbage, eggs, milk, spinach, broccoli, and kale. Now that we know a bit more about vitamins and ways to increase them in our diet, next week we'll be focusing on how to do this without breaking the bank. So that concludes our class for today. I'm going to come around with the handout, and feel free to ask me questions as I walk around the room. I'm going to be sticking around for probably like a half an hour, so do not worry. We won't be rushing, and I hope everyone enjoyed yourself and feel like you learned something truly valuable today.